What is up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Today is a very exciting day. We are driving a 2001 BMW M5, chassis code E39. Now, this is a very special car to me. Ever since I was in high school and I started looking at BMW M cars, the E39 M5 has been my dream car. The first time I ever saw one was an old Doug DeMuro video where he was talking about these going up in value. And I remember when he was talking about it and he drove it and just seeing the lines and the edges of this car, hearing that V8, I was in awe of this thing. Some specs: this has an almost 5-liter V8, producing almost 400 horsepower, and we have a 6-speed manual transmission, which is the only transmission that was ever offered in the E39 M5. This particular car is not stock. It has a Rogue Engineering, I believe it's called the Diablo exhaust, and some kind of header. It doesn't have cats. And then it also has an AFE intake, a tune, and a bunch of suspension mods and a bunch of little OEM plus mods just all around the car to help kind of bring out what it's supposed to be. We got a ride in this M5 on track about a month ago now, and even from the passenger seat, it felt really awesome. I'm very excited to take this thing out on the road. Let's go ahead and see how the E39 M5 drives. I love that worn-up chime so much. Gives me huge nostalgia vibes. Oh, that exhaust. We're not getting on it quite yet, but you could just hear it just rumbling in the background over the engine. Oh, it's gonna make such a good sound. So the E39 M5, this is sort of from BMW's golden era of sort of their last breath of mechanical sports cars from the early 2000s. The last time their super sedan came standard with a 6-speed manual transmission, and it kind of fits in that sweet spot of driver's feedback while still being refined. I could feel a lot of what the suspension is doing. Now granted, this one isn't stock, so there's going to be considerably more and a better feel than stock, but you can really tell how this car speaks to you. And that's what we liked about cars from 25 years ago, especially BMWs. Is they weren't super refined and insulated to the point where you couldn't feel the road. It was kind of in that sweet spot. The driver inputs, brake pedal feels good. Gas pedal is probably the best you get out of electronic throttle. It's pretty good. It has a good weight to it. It feels linear with my with my right foot. Oh, that exhaust. Clutch pedal feels good. It grabs really low. Wow. Now, the steering is one thing that people do comment on a lot about this car. And they say that the steering isn't quite as responsive as the 6-cylinder ones, and I do have to say that is true. It's still good, and frankly, it's better than most modern cars. But they had to use sort of a truck steering setup. I forget what the exact name was, but they had to do it for packaging reasons on the E39 for the V8 because it's much bigger than the 6-cylinders. Ah, man, this thing just speaks to you. It's so easy to downshift. I've not spent like hardly any time in this car, and I'm already a pro at driving it. It's just one of those cars that kind of hop in and you just figure out how to drive instantly. Now, I like a lot of German cars, and I drive a lot of them, so I'm sort of used to a lot of the isms of this car. Some things that a lot of non-German car buyers will definitely notice is the controls, especially the shifter, is a little rubbery compared to like a sports car. Oh man. Still letting the oil temp come up a little bit. This is a real motorsport engine, so you kind of have to worry about those things. I mean, you should let any motor get up to temp, but especially these. So well. It makes you feel like a superhero in the driver's seat. This car encourages you to push it more, go faster, go faster. Even though it's this big 2-ton luxury sedan, it can do it, and it encourages you to do it. I'm not gonna get over that sound. Fourth gear. Right there is why I love this car. Now, granted, I wasn't in full throttle, but I was sort of able to use a lot of the power to make a normal maneuver that you would make in everyday driving on the road. And I had fun doing it. I got to downshift from third to second, get into the power a little bit, feel the car as it communicated to me. And that's why this car is really awesome. Still picking up the pace of this car a little bit. There is a little bit of rev hang, and the car sort of has a pace. You don't drive this really fast like you do in M3. There we go, DSC is kicking in. I had a feeling it was going to, that's why I left it on. I wanted to see how it'd feel. The traction control in this car is also really good. Unlike the traction control of the 90s cars, which was absolutely atrocious and just cut power at the most random inconvenient times. This is when BMW was finally able to kind of perfect the modern traction control as we know it today and really get the braking and throttle management correct. Now, as perfect of a roundabout as this would be, to go do some of the things that you see in all the old M5 videos, I promised the owner I would be responsible today. So we'll just do this. Holy smokes. Okay, so I know what I said about being a felon, and I'm not admitting to anything on camera, for I am not a felon. But this car can, not that we did, can get you into trouble. Something kind of funny and interesting. So I've driven 540i's from this era, and so far we've been short shifting it like 1,000 RPM. We haven't really gone to 7 yet. The 540i and the M5 sound virtually identical to $6,000. It's kind of interesting. +1 for the 540i. It kind of is like a baby M5. that this is a lot better than the 540i driving experience wise as a whole car. But if you just kind of want an E39 with a V8, this drives very similar to a 540i, and it's actually kind of cool. I gotta say, driving the E39 M5, this is everything I thought it would be. It is such an amazing car, and there's nothing particularly special about it. It's just fun. It's just a good car. It was put together well by some Germans in the early 2000s, or late 90s, I suppose, that wanted to build the perfect Autobahn burner V8 monster of a sedan. This is the first M car to have a V8 engine, and one of only 2 M cars to have a naturally aspirated V8 engine. The car doesn't have a little amount of brake, but it doesn't have as much as you would expect. Now, the owner may have cooked them at the track. I don't know the exact specifics behind it. I know on track he was saying they were starting to get a little a little mushy. So that may be partly as a result of that. But it is a big car. It's a lot of mass. It's not like an M3. You can't throw this around as much. You have to be a little more cognizant and aware of what you're doing. I'm getting rid of the car. Holy smokes, this thing is really fast. Wow. I now see why the owner likes this thing. You know, there's a lot on the internet about how this car drives, and basically everything has already kind of been said that can be said about one of these things. But holy smokes, I'm still in awe of it. It's just so perfect. Like, words can't really quantify just how perfect the E39 M5 is. Now, when I say perfect, that's perfect to me. I like German cars. I like their general level of refinement. If you want something super raw, super rowdy, this car is not that. It really isn't. If you want that, you need to go buy a Chevy SS, or you go buy a Challenger if you want a burnout machine. The M5 isn't that. It's a little more refined. It's more luxury-esque. But then you get one of these with an exhaust like this on it, and then you kind of get some of that rowdiness back, which is what the owner has done to it. He essentially made it like kind of that OEM plus, like rowdy but not too rowdy sort of build, which I like. It's nice. first. Did not expect that. Maybe the car's a little rowdier than I thought it was. Although it is a colder 56-degree day outside. If you're the owner watching this, I'm very sorry. I didn't expect that to happen. The car was under control the whole time. But that's where this car got a reputation from, as the old burnout machine. If you watch all the old BMW advertisements for this car, they show this car doing all sorts of hoony things, throwing it around corners, handbrake turns, all that, like in the Madonna video. And it can do all of that. And as we just saw, it'll do it effortlessly. Wasn't even trying. I did a soft launch, I even rolled under the power. Nope, didn't matter. Too much power. And actually, I think the tires more so had to do with that than the power level. Tires and the temperature. But either way, it's a car that can do it all. It can fit anyone's driving style. And it can do it very well. And that's why we love the E39 BMW M5. That rev limiter sneaks up on you. Obviously, I was really trying there to catch it before. Nope, it just, oh man. Up top, the car just has too much power. Not too much power. It just has so much thrust. And it sneaks up on you. And the way it delivers power makes you think you can just keep revving and revving and revving. So unlike most V8s that die off towards the top, this doesn't. And that's what the M5 gets you separate from the 540 from this generation. The 540, you get up to 6,000 RPM. Anything above that, the engine's wheezing, it's gasping for air. Not this thing. This has got individual throttle bodies, solid lifters. It's a real racing engine for the road. That 62 is just a fantastic engine to rev out. And we are done with the test drive of the 2001 BMW E39 M5. And it was awesome. This was such a great car to drive. I realized in the video I forgot to talk about the ride quality. Wind noise is obviously pretty low, and it is pretty comfortable. It's a big luxury sedan that also has a ton of horsepower and a suspension designed by BMW Motorsport. I have to say, all these years later, driving this car, it was everything I thought it would be. And on that strong note, let's go ahead and give the BMW E39 M5 a score. The E39 M5 scores here on our list. It scores higher than the E60 M5 that came after it. The E60 M5, while faster than the E39, doesn't offer the same mechanical feel, and most importantly, while the E39 M5 may not be amazing for your wallet, they aren't as likely to grenade, leaving you with a $25,000 hole in your pocket. Should you buy it? The E39 M5 is the perfect weekend car. It's classically beautiful, fast but not too much so. It's comfortable, has 4 doors, it drives great, and it makes the most glorious sound. What more can you ask for in a car? These are more expensive to run than your average car, and even a BMW. But if you go on with this sentiment in mind, it's so worth it. This is one of the last analog sports sedans with such a high build standard, without the gadgets, and with enough performance to still get you into trouble. With less than 10,000 units made in North America and less than 30,000 units worldwide, they're getting rarer and rarer as the years wear on. They say never to meet your heroes. I met mine, and it was everything I thought it would be.